the next part is really kind of like the core is how can you buy everything you want and still be wealthy? Not rich,
Wealthy.
wealthy. What do you think?
I think it's a balance, going back to what we said in the previous video, learning how to say no to some specific things so that we can say yes to other things. I think that's an important part of it, of that if there's something that we would really like to spend money on, and then we spend money on that and we don't spend money on other things that don't really matter to us. I think that's an important part of it.
Yeah, it kind of goes with our episode of knowing yourself.
Yeah,
Like, know who you are, and then you know what you want.
exactly.
If you don't know who you are, what you want, then you want what everyone else has.
Yep.
And that's just impossible because you have how many neighbors and they all have how many things. And
Then you'll end up spending all your
you're
money.
gonna spend all your money. There's just no chance that you're gonna keep all your money. So know what you want because, for example, recently, you probably know, I've just gotten into a little bit of a knife hobby. Some of you guys with knives are gonna be like, yeah, right, you've got nothing. But like, it's been a fun little hobby, and I just like collect, like a knife here and there. And
Every day I see you, you have a new knife.
it's not
Almost.
true. That's what Braden thinks too. And so this is what I've been experimenting with my knives because I heard this study. What the study says is that when you get something, you get a release of neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, everything that makes you happy. So when you get something, there's a release. Makes you happy.
Yeah.
It's fun. That's
Yeah.
why it's kind of fun to buy things.
Yeah.
What they found, though, was that the anticipation
Mm-hmm.
made you even happier. So pretend the anticipation of getting this certain thing made you 10 happy. And once you finally got it, you were like 4 happy, if that makes sense. So what I actually started doing was I started finding what I wanted. I found the knife. I did a whole bunch of research, watched YouTube videos. I got myself super pumped. And then, I wouldn't go buy it. I would wait a couple weeks, a month, a couple months. Finally, I saved up the money. A means was somehow provided that I was able to get the knife. And I found I was able to keep my happiness up without spending a lot of money. So that's something I've been trying.
So by looking at the knives and shopping for them online without buying them, you've been able to stay happy without buying as many.
I think so, yeah.
Interesting.
And it just is so fun. I just have so much fun just exploring and learning about them, and that's what has really kept me really happy with the knives.
Interesting. Yeah, so maybe not buying as many things, but researching and really seeing what you like, anticipating it makes you happy.
You're gonna get it. The fact of the matter is, you will eventually. If you want it, you will make means to get it. That's just what's gonna happen. If you want it, you're gonna get it. So if you kind of plan and get super hyped for it, then eventually when you get it, it just keeps that mood up and just keeps you super excited without having to constantly buy things. I think that's why people get maybe a little bit addicted to buying things, and each time it doesn't give them enough happy points, so they have to go buy another thing, another thing. You have to buy another thing and another thing and another thing. That's exactly what an addiction is.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't quite, every time it doesn't give you exactly what you wanted.
So similar to that, when I was younger, way younger, I loved animals. I still do, but I loved animals. I've had rats, fish, frogs, birds, chinchillas, I don't know, name it, lizards. We've almost had horses, goats, chickens, ducks. We've had almost any. They used to call our house the farm, or the zoo. We had so many things, but we would always write my parents letters and be like, oh, I want a tortoise so bad. I want it so bad. And we wanted it so bad for a week. And then it would die down and we wouldn't want it anymore. Or, for example, I had a sugar glider one time.
Oh, that's true.
I did. We had 2 of them, and I wanted it so bad for a little bit. So my parents, being awesome, they let us get some, and 2 or 3 weeks later,
They're nocturnal.
they didn't do anything.
They were in your room.
So 2 weeks later, after they would just sit there, I lost interest in them, and I was done with them pretty much. So I like what you said of like anticipating it and waiting before you buy something. Because if you shop and learn about it and are really anticipating it for it, and if you wait a long time and you still want it, then that's probably a good sign that you should get it.
Yeah.
But if it's an impulse buy, maybe the next day you don't want it anymore and you're going to have buyer's remorse and you just wasted $200 or however much the thing is that you bought.
Yeah, sugar gliders are pricey.
Yeah, they are.
You went all out on all of your pets.
I did.
You built a pigeon coop. Like, this thing was like 9 feet tall. I don't know, by like 6 feet, like this intricate cage where they could fly in and they couldn't come. Like,
We built it.
he built it. It was pretty crazy. Have you read the book The Millionaire Next Door?
I haven't read it. I've heard great things about it. Have you?
Love it. Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of people have at least heard about what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of about, you have all these neighbors next door, and you might not know that they're a millionaire. You might not know how wealthy they are because they just don't flaunt it. And those are the real millionaires. Those are the happy people who realize that, hey, you know what? I know what I want. I don't need to spend all the money. It talks about people who go like car shopping. They don't always buy the nicest, newest car. They buy a car that's like 3 or 4 years old because there's a huge discount on it. I mean, the appreciation, it goes way down. So The Millionaire Next Door is really about people who know what they want and they don't spend all the money they have. They spend less than they make, and they're smart about it. They don't have the nicest house. They don't have the nicest, and they have nice things. That's the thing. Don't get me wrong. They're not like, they don't just like live in some crummy house or drive the worst beat up car. Some of them do, because they realize, hey, I don't need to have a nice car to like that brings me happiness.
Yeah.
And so I've loved that book. And sometimes we'll see on Instagram or somebody who just bought who's my age, who just bought some crazy thing, and I'm like, whoa, how did you buy that? And I get all jealous for a second, and I go, how were you able to buy that? That's crazy. I'm so envious of that really cool thing. And then I have to sit back for a second and say, okay, is that something I want? And are they wealthy enough to buy it? Or is that just richness that's kind of being broadcasted to everybody?
Yeah. I think it's important, like what you were saying, is the things that you like, you can buy those things and learn what you like. If you're into cars, then maybe that's more important to you and you can devote more time to buying cars. But not buying things that aren't important to you just because someone else has that thing.
Yeah. Buy what makes you happy. Like you said, if cars really bring you happiness and you love working on cars, you love collecting cars, and you have posters of cars, go spend all the money you want on a car.
Yeah. If you don't like cars, if you just drive your car to work and school every day, maybe don't spend as much. If it doesn't really bring you joy, get something that'll do the job and then take that.
If you have a Honda Civic and your neighbor goes and buys some Audi, that's cool. That's okay that's cool, and you might like a cooler car. But the thing is, if you're not crazy into cars, maybe that's not a wise purchase. Maybe that won't bring you the most happiness. Maybe you're into pigeons or something.
Yeah.
Or like falconry.
Falconry.
Go get a sweet falcon or something. Like, be yourself, be unique, and like get stuff that makes you happy, because that's why you have money. Like, money isn't there to make you happy, but money can like help you live a full life, and it can help you with your hobbies, and it can really help you be a cool person.
Yeah. And if you're not stressed about money, if you're not buying so many things that you're in debt, money won't be there to stress you out, because it'll be there to help you be free. But you can't be free if you're in debt. And if you're in debt, you're going to be stressed about money, and you're going to hate talking about money. I think that's the key whole thing about money stressing people out, is we view it wrong, and we're spending too much so that it becomes a burden instead of something that propels you forward in life.
I think you nailed it. I think that's it exactly. Yeah. A lot of people look at money like it's a prison. It's just there to trap you. It can get you all these cool things, and that's so cool, but the back end is you feel kind of trapped by it. It's so easy to finance things. Holy cow, it's so easy.
Especially now.
We were getting some piece of equipment for this. It was like a little camera light, and it was like $60, and it's like, do it in like 3 payments of $20. And I'm like, holy cow, I can finance anything.
Yeah.
So I think you hit it right on the head. Let us know how your relationship with money is. Let us know what brings you happy, what you like to spend your money on. Send us pictures. That'd be sweet.
Love it.
That'd be super fun. Let us know what you're crazy into and what you spend. We like to use the term spend lavishly on. Yeah, it's fun for us.
It is. Yeah. And let us know if you have any specific questions about money, of maybe a specific challenge that you're going through that we can try and help talk you through, so that it doesn't end up stressing you out, but makes you happy and that you can be free with it.
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg with money. There is so much. We hope to talk about investing. We hope to talk about a little bit of real estate, and then just kind of break down what we talked about today into a lot of other subcategories. And I don't know, I know a couple financially literate people. They're really smart.
I do too.
We hope to have them on too. That'd be sweet to get some guests on here.
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so that you'll know when we post a video, so that you'll be able to hear these things and be able to eliminate these stresses.
Yeah. Send us emails, other topics you want us to talk about. Today, that's it. That's it for us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the rest of your day.
We'll see you next time.